Hey everyone, welcome back. So from today onwards, we are going to start about the Spring Boot module. Okay, so this we are discussing about completely Java backend course about the Spring Boot microservices, AWS cloud understanding, and Docker and Kubernetes here. Okay, yesterday we completed the course introduction session. Who are completely new, who are not yet watched our session, please go ahead and watch yesterday's session available in the YouTube real time Java project batch 47. This is course introduction session. Complete course content I explained here. Okay, so if you join our community, whenever any new videos, if we are uploading on the YouTube, you will get the updates in our Telegram group as well, guys. Okay, so whatever you seen in this screenshot, okay, these are the technologies we are going to discuss as well. See, this is for the Spring Boot icon. You are very well known about that icon as well. And MySQL DB, MongoDB, and here a few people may not aware Kubernetes icon. This is about Kubernetes icon, guys. And you know very well about this is a Docker, and this is for the Jenkins, this is for Apache Kafka, and this is for the Prometheus and Grafana monitoring system. You know very well about the GitHub and Java icon here, guys. And this is for the AWS. These are all the technologies we are going to discuss as part of this batch training here, guys. Okay, so please go ahead and watch yesterday's session, course introduction session, so that you will understand about complete picture about course, guys. Okay, so without wasting our time, okay, we will start our session. Okay, who is eligible? This course means who can apply this course. Okay, lot of people from backgrounds like a final year students, okay, working professionals, like you want to switch from one company to another company. Okay, freshers and experienced developers who are working on automation. Okay, like you are working on QE background, you want to apply. Okay, and DevOps engineers. Few people DevOps also they want to move to development. Okay, non-technical background. Anyone looking to build real-time Java backend and cloud skills, everyone can eligible to take this course. But the prerequisites for this course is Java 8 features and Spring basics. Already in the last session, links also we given, so you can go ahead and watch those videos as well, guys. Okay, so now real world end of the course, okay, you will see about the project development, real time project development, e-commerce domain we are choosing. Okay, resume ready microservices project by using this course. What are the technologies are involved, so completely we are keeping in our resume. Okay, ready-made resume also we will be share you, so that you need to replace with your skills and whatever you know here. Okay, and a cloud deployment practice, like we are taking only main important service AWS with Kubernetes, and one database also RDS and EC2 as well. And DevOps skills means Jenkins pipelines, how to set up basic pipeline in the cloud environment, how we can perform, and debugging, logging and monitoring, like I mean to say, when you deploy your application into Kubernetes, I want to monitor my services are running or not using Prometheus and Grafana, and centralized logging also. And mock interviews and interview preparation sessions means we will share you interview videos we have. Once you done this course, if you watch those videos, 90% it will be covered as part of your interview. Remaining 10 to 20% will be different here. And mock interviews, who are interested for mock interviews, if you let us know to our team, so we will be schedule mock interviews as well, so that it will be easy for you for the mock interviews also here. It's up to you whether you want to take interviews or not, but we have that option also we have here, guys. Okay, yeah. Now let me start about the what is Spring Boot. Before going to start, anyone has any questions in terms of till now course introduction session or anything, any queries you have? If no queries means I can go ahead with about the concept behind about the Spring Boot here, guys. At least you can guys say yes or no, so that it will be easy for me to go next step.
No question.
Okay. What about others? Siddharth, Vimresh, Vishal. Anyone joined today new completely or yesterday session? Everyone watched, right?
Yes.
Uh, okay, good. Yeah, thank you. Okay, then what is a Spring Boot? Why Spring Boot is popular in the market? Okay, without Spring Boot, there is no microservices development at all. Okay, so by this time, hope you guys already gone through Spring framework. Before Spring Boot, we have a Spring framework we have. Okay, to develop our applications. Okay, have a look here. Step by step, I will be explained now. Have a look here. So Spring Boot is a powerful framework for building Spring applications. When I say Spring applications, what kind of applications we can develop, guys? Usually, how many types of applications we have? I'm asking questions. It should be interactive session, guys. Yeah, tell me, guys, what kind of applications we can develop?
Web application, standalone application.
Standalone
Standalone
applications, web
applications,
applications, any other?
manufacturing, microservices.
No, it's a kind of architecture microservice. Another application we have. Anyone? Enterprise level applications means distributed applications as well. Three types of applications we can develop. Okay, we'll see the difference regarding. If you take standalone, which technology we will be use? Core Java. Okay, if you are developing web applications or distributed applications, previously we have servlets, JSP, Spring Web MVC, JAX, Harris. Okay, all the technologies we have, but with the latest modern technologies, we have a Spring Boot we have in the market with including Hibernate with data JPA, all the modules we have. So to build these kind of enterprise level applications also, Spring Boot is very powerful here, powerful framework. Why? Because on top of Spring only, Spring Boot they introduced all the concepts of Spring. It will be used about the Spring Boot here. So that's why it is also a framework here, open source framework. Okay, so using this application, I mean using the Spring Boot technology, we can create the standalone application and production ready applications quickly, very fast. We can create our application development using the Spring Boot also here. Okay, now here you don't need to write lot of configurations or XML files. Zero XML files in Spring Boot here, guys. If you are learning Spring framework, lot of configurations we need to write, and we need to write XML files also here. But in the Spring Boot, you no need to write usually the configurations, everything taken care by your framework itself here. And Spring Boot comes with a embedded server Tomcat. So you no need to install Tomcat separately. Whenever you are developing any application like a crowd applications with Spring Boot or anything, okay. Usually if you take a Spring, okay, Tomcat we need to install manually here. We need to deploy our application into Tomcat manual. Everything manual process previously whenever Spring Boot came to the market, so it comes with a embedded server. Like it's just like a jar. If you have a jar, how you will run a jar file, guys? How we will run jar from the command prompt? Tell me, guys, others. How to run a jar? Normal core Java question. I'm not asking any Spring Boot question. You have a jar file. How
Java.
to run?
Java.
Java.
Yeah, Java hyphen jar hyphen jar name. It will be run as a standalone application. But from Spring Boot onwards, if you run that approach, it will run in a server automatically. So that is the meaning of embedded server. Okay. Anyway, detailed discussion we will be do step by step also. No worries on that. So you can build these applications using Java, Kotlin or Groovy. Any one of the programming language you can use to develop these Spring Boot applications also here, guys. Okay. And it is a open source and maintained by the pivotal company, and now it is the part of VMware. The Spring Boot everything taken care by here. It is a cloud ready, very fast to start and flexible to scale our application. We can deploy these Spring Boot applications with the Docker and Kubernetes also here. Okay. So I taken around 6 to 7 points in the next slide so that you will understand about why Spring Boot is popular for the microservices architecture. Okay. First one called minimal configuration means in traditional Spring, as I said, lot of XML files and a lot of boilerplate code we supposed to write. In Spring Boot, not required at all. This point is not applicable anymore here in Spring Boot. And in Spring Boot, we have a concept called auto configuration plus starter dependencies. These are all the features of the Spring Boot. Each feature we are going to discuss in detail also here in the next couple of sessions also here. And developer focus on business logic instead of this setup. Why? Because third point especially applicable in the old style, but in new style, if you are using on the Spring Boot, third point means we are developing on business logic, not on the setup. Reverse here, in Spring side, if you are using Spring framework, okay, we need to first concentrate on the setup and then business logic. So here, so that's where the point came to the picture, minimal configuration. That is the first point, okay, in the Spring Boot here. Second, embedded web servers means each microservice can run independently with embedded Tomcat, Jetty, Undertow. These three are embedded servers in the market. In the Spring Boot is given. What does it mean? Each microservice can run independently. Previously, if you take as a single project, inside this project, all functionalities you will have like a user functionality, product functionality, cart functionality, order functionality, payment function, all the functionalities are available in a single project. But when comes to microservices, every functionality has one project. This is the meaning. Every functionality has one project here. So that's why when you are dividing single project into microservice architecture style, we can run independently here. We can run independently with embedded server. So no need to deploy your war files means in monolithic architectural style. In older versions, outcome of your application is war file, web archive file. You cannot run web archive file from the command prompt. To run the war file, we need a Tomcat server required, JBoss server, WebLogic application servers or web servers are required to run your war file. But in Spring Boot onwards, no need to deploy war files again. Why? Inside a jar, inside a jar itself, your Tomcat will available. So that's why makes microservices self-contained applications here. Independently we can run our application. So that's why embedded web servers in our Spring Boot application. That's why another point, another advantage, microservices are popular if we are using Spring Boot here. This is the second point here. Next, easy integration with cloud and containers. Our microservices usually run in a Docker and Kubernetes. If Docker and Kubernetes, if we are able to run means we can deploy our application AWS, Azure, okay, Google Cloud, any cloud platform which is supporting Kubernetes, we can run our microservices. Why? Spring Boot is a lightweight and standalone jars, easy to package and deploy our application here. Now you want to deploy a application in a Kubernetes. Like if you follow 5 to 6 steps we have, if you follow, we can easily integrate with the cloud as well. Not only in your local system, directly in the cloud environment, we can run our microservices also here. Okay, this is the third. Next, REST API support means once you know web services, RESTful web services. Yesterday we discussed, right, module 3, crowd operations, like to perform any API, microservices communicating via APIs. You have a one service, you have a another service, you have a another service. Now I can easily communicate to this service to this service and this service to here. Like you can do vice versa, whatever. How we can develop? Using Spring Boot plus Spring MVC, simple RESTful web services here. This is about your module 3 concept. If you are know about one module 3, microservices development is easy for you as well. That is about REST API support. Is everyone clear? First 4 points. Still another 2 points we have. Are we good in this slide? Any queries?
Yeah, we're good.
Others? Vishal, Yogesh. It's a two-way communication, guys. Classroom. So that's where the live
Just
session.
want to know about auto configuration. Means what configuration?
Means auto configuration means now do you know Spring Framework?
Yes.
Okay. In the Spring Framework, okay, if you want to connect to a database with Hibernate, what you will do usually, you need to create Hibernate configuration file. You need to keep data source file. And then if it is a web application, dispatcher servlet, web.xml, all the files we supposed to write, correct? In
Yes.
Spring
Yes.
Frame, those all the things we can avoid in Spring Boot. Everything it will be taken care. That is about auto configuration. Detailed discussion we will do. That is one of the feature.
Okay.
Okay, that is the meaning here. Starter dependencies. This is also one of the feature. Anyway, without these two topics, we cannot go for next step also. Why? Because in interview room also, they will ask you a question on these topics only here, guys. Okay, next. Production ready features means health checks. Even when you deploy your application into cloud environment, without this concept, okay, we cannot deploy any cloud service at all. One of the feature we need to enable in our Spring Boot called actuators here, and it easily integration with Prometheus, Grafana, ELK, Jipkin, all the tools. It will be integrate with the actuator mainly for monitoring your application, health of the application. Your application is running or not. Using this feature, we can do that activity. This is also one of the Spring Boot feature we have in the market here. Guys, just 1 minute. Actually, in the office, there is one production release is going on. I never be aware. So, but okay. Yeah, that is about one of the production ready feature is actuator here. Second, scalability and modularity means each service is an independent Spring Boot application. Teams can build, deploy, and scale services separately here. Payment module, maybe one team is working. Okay. Search module working by different team. Order module working by different team. So every service, every team will be work independently whenever they want, they will be deploy applications also here. Yes, integrations will be there, communication we should be taken care through Kubernetes. We can able to achieve and to scaling of our application. Modularity wise, we can divide how many number of services we want, we can create as well. Even the first point, whatever you see in microservice architectural style, first we'll try to develop our application independently, and then how communication we should perform, everything we will be taken care also here. Deployment and scaling our application also here. Next, ecosystem support means by Spring Boot itself, when you are dividing your application into microservices architectural style, we have different kind of challenges we have to achieve to solve those problems. Spring team itself, they given one library with Spring Cloud tools. They are giving service discovery mechanism, API gateway, configuration server, circuit breaker, distributed tracing. Okay, by integrating these tools, our microservices architecture, we can solve lot of challenges also we have in the market. So that's why by considering all the benefits, so microservices is popular because of the Spring Boot here. Previously, we don't have any microservice concept at all. Whenever Spring Boot came, then microservices is popular here. So that's why even when you are attending an interview, if you keep a Spring Boot no microservice, they will not accept also here. Microservice skill should be there. If it is there means you should keep about the Spring Boot also there here. But Spring Boot and mine, no, it as part of here you will learn lot of other things also here. So that's why Spring Boot is popular for the microservices architecture. Are we good clear now? Yesterday's previous slide and this slide overall picture features. Are we good?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, super awesome. Now let me see about overall picture about differences between the Spring versus Spring Boot here. Okay, before going to start this activity, I want to explain about the setup in our local system. It will take some time for the setup, right? So then I will be come to this point, then I will explain you guys. Okay, if you want to develop your Spring Boot applications, okay, how you can set up in the Windows environment here. Okay, now so you need to install JDK 17 in your local system, and then we can create our project in two approaches here by using Spring Initializer. Who are using IntelliJ, they should go via this step. If you are going via STS, this step is not required at all. Anyway, both approaches I will be show you, so that who are comfortable both ways we can use it as well. And to start with that, we need to visit the website. Just in the Google type STS download here. Just you can type STS download and it will navigate to spring.io. Okay, and click on here. Connection interrupted. Okay, yeah. Now here if you see Spring tools for Eclipse are able to see here, it is a free and open source. Whichever operating system you are using, just you can go ahead and download. Now let me download. 4.32 is the version I am downloading now. Before that, in your command prompt, just open CMD, and here just you can type Java hyphen version. See, I am using 17.0.12 here. Okay. This is a long-term support version. The next, I think 21 and 25 Java versions also. Right now, we are integrated everything with Java 17. So that's why I'm using Java 17 in my local system here. So how to install JDK and everything, we have softwares we have, videos we have. We will be share you those links also. Later on time you can download those steps also here, guys. Okay. Now this is the first software, Java 17. Now let me click. close.
Above version will work now. Means
Uh,
if
it,
anyone
it
have 20.
it will work, but as part of Docker, we are doing with 17 only. Again, if you are using 21, again, if you are building with 17, it will not work. Correct? So that's why.
Okay, so 17 need to be like that.
Yeah, exactly correct. You can install more than one version. Just you need to set our Java home. You need to change the directory. That's it. Got it?
Okay.
Later, anyway, I will
Yeah.
upgrade with latest version also. I didn't get a time to upgrade as well, but okay. So, anyone knows after Java 8, Java 9 to 21 features? Anyone gone through, guys? Any features till now?
No.
One feature I know, it is a where feature.
Where
So
feature? Okay,
yeah, we can write any variable
okay.
like
Now
data
wait,
type.
guys. Okay, guys. Nowadays, when you are attending an interview, or not only an interview, whenever you are learning new features, you should be aware mandatory, guys. Why? Because as part of day-to-day development, you may use or may not use. Okay, you no need to visit all the features we have, guys. If you click on a playlist in our channel now, just at one place all the features you will have. Version wise features also we have. Now see here, are able to, from Java 8, then Java 9, 11, 12, 10, 15, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. There is one playlist we have. Where is that overall features? See, latest Java features 8-20. Around 42 videos we have. Hardly 3 hours it will be there, guys. I mean, except Java 8, remaining features are like a 5 minutes or 10 minutes duration. Each concept has one video. Whenever you have a time, at least once you can go ahead and watch what is the concept behind, guys. Clear? See, step by step sequence, we have all the videos, guys. Still, I should perform Java 23 and Java 25. We'll see when I get a time with respect to our development here. Okay?
Is it mandatory to know all the version
All
feature
the
or
things not
just
required. Just see, if you spend 2 hours of time, at least what is the feature, you will get an idea, right? You no need to learn complete feature. At least you should know knowledge. That's what I'm saying. It's not about Spring Boot. I'm asking for your developing your skills. I'm saying in interview there is a chance of question, right? If you say JDK 17, hey, can you explain what are the Java 17 features? Like that, they will ask you. Then what is your answer? You will be stop at Java 8 only, correct? So at least 4 to 5 features if you learn in interview, you can easily explain also here. So that is the benefit you will get. Okay, chalo then. I can say which are the important features here means, let me see here. Java 8 means mandatory. You need to learn mandatory that concept anywhere. And private methods in interface, you should be know. Try with resources, these two videos as part of Java 9. And if you go JShell where keyword, this is very important. And optional, already you know very well about optional. And you can see this one, running a Java file with single. Previously, for compilation, you will use Java C. For execution, you will run Java. Am I correct or not? Right? But now there is no dot class file. Directly you can execute also here. That is about Java 11. Execute Java program without compilation. Internally it will be compile and execute everything here. Okay. And if you see another feature, text blocks.
So in Java 11, we just interpret the file only.
Yeah, correct.
Don't need to create a
Compile.
class.
No. Class unit. No need to compile.
Okay.
If you run, it will be
Mhm.
compile and it will execute both.
Okay.
Okay. And text blocks. This is very important, this feature, guys. Just go ahead and have a look. And records. This is another feature. And collectors.toList. This is a collections enhancement. And sealed classes is important as part of Java 17. If anyone asking, you need to explain sealed classes, records. Okay, and remaining are normal things also here. That's fine. These are all the main features you need to learn here. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, super. Okay, where are we? The software is downloaded right now. Let me open the downloads folder. Yeah, this is my folder here. Let me copy, go to C drive and just keep it to here. I'm keeping this specific file in the C drive, guys. Okay. See, once you kept it here, what is the next step is you need to extract the file. In your local, there is a background noise. Siddhartha, could you please mute yourself? Yeah, yeah, thank you. Here, you need to extract here. I'm using a WinRAR here. Extract here. I'm choosing. See, there is a version 4.32.0 release. This is the newer, this is the folder, guys. Extraction, it will take a some time. Let it take. Okay, let me go for in the meanwhile our concept here. So let me discuss about differences between the Spring versus Spring Boot here. One of the interview question, whenever you're attending an interview, usually they will ask you question. You no need to explain multiple points. Around 3 to 4 points if you explain, that is sufficient here. In terms of definition, I can say comprehensive framework for building Java applications. It is a rapid development tool built on top of the Spring here. Rapid development tool on the top of Spring. I think this extraction is done, I think, guys. Let me see. Okay, we'll come to that point. Okay, that is about the definition. Setup here, I mean to say manual configuration here, auto configuration to reduce our setup. And a web server need a external server, and here it comes with a embedded server. And a project structure, we need to define dependencies manually here to run your application, communicating to database and everything. If you want to perform, we need to run dependencies, we need to write in our application here. But whereas in the Spring Boot side, we have a predefined starters. We have using that makes our application is easy also here. So that is the another benefit. Whatever you are able to see, everything we will be discuss in detail also here next sessions, guys. Okay, now complexity, it will be a more complex, needs a boilerplate code.
One question for you.
Mm,
Sorry for interrupt. Suppose we have a Spring Framework and Spring Boot
mm,
in old in any system. So
mm,
how we can we are new on that system and somebody asked me this is the Spring Framework or this is the Spring Boot. So how we can like answer to him this is
mm.
the like Spring project or is it
Yeah,
is a
yes, as part of project creation, I will explain you that point to you. How you can differentiate Spring Framework project or Spring Boot project, we will be discuss that point as well. No worries. We are not yet started any project creation, right? Once I started, then I will demonstrate you that part. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. Now
Hey
here,
Bhaskar, one question.
yeah.
So basically in Spring Framework, we having multiple jar files dependencies, correct? And
Mm,
in Spring Boot, it is bundling up all those and giving
exact.
us
That
a
is
one
about
one.
starter
Yeah.
dependencies. That is the
So won't it, I mean, suppose like it will bundle up some dependency which we don't want. So it
we
will
can,
also be there.
we can
Okay.
exclude. We can exclude.
Exclude. Yeah, I got it. But like, suppose we giving it a bundle of those, won't it increase the size of the project?
Yeah, obviously it will be there. That's why all the things you will not get. Whichever is required, if you add as a class path, only those will be available in your class path. If you start minimum one application, predefined configurations will be there. Those jars are required mandatory. Got it?
No, I mean, like there may be some dependency which are extra, correct?
Those you can exclude manually, which is don't want. If you exclude, obviously size will be decreased, correct?
Okay, so we have to take care of those things also. Like,
Exact. See,
is it? I mean,
nowadays, no one is doing those activity. Why? Because to run our application, everything will be there. Size wise, no one right now is in. Why? Because we are using cloud, so that's fine. If Docker size also, if image is big, no worries. End of the day, we need to run our application, right?
yeah, that's what, like the size impacting or not. That's what
It will
my
not
question.
impact anything. It doesn't impact. See, hardly our size maximum 1 GB, correct? Or 2 GB. It will be not uh, affect anything, right? As well, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. Yeah. Uh, okay. Let me go this point, guys. Yeah. Now, in terms of deployment, so typically in a Spring, we are using as a war file, but here it is a jar file here. And a learning curve, it is, I can say, easy to learn compared to Spring. It is will be easy to learn about the quick development for the Spring Boot here. Ideally, Spring Boot is making for a microservice architectural REST API style. Still, old applications, I would say banking applications are still monolithic applications. Still, our applications still in the Spring framework. Slowly now they are migrating Spring to Spring Boot. It is not like a one-day process. It is a take lot of time, even migration also here. Okay, and configuration, I can say data source, dispatcher servlet, all the things we need to configure, but everything it will be taken care of these settings. So in the modern development, brand new projects, now people are preferring about the Spring Boot. Old projects still whatever it is developed already, now they are migrating slowly to the Spring Boot to make, okay, maintenance or infrastructure side setup and everything. Lot of benefits we have if we are going with the Spring Boot side, guys. So out of here 10 points here, out of that mainly 3 to 4 points if you explain, that is sufficient in the interview room, guys. No need to explain. Main what you can do, setup process you can explain, web server you need to explain, and deployment you can explain, and configuration you can explain. These 4 points you can explain. Whichever you remember, easily you can explain in the interview room as well, even for your understanding also. Who are completely new for Spring framework, just go ahead and watch our videos are available in the YouTube to get away knowledge on Spring framework knowledge also here, guys. Okay, that is about the differences between the Spring versus Spring Boot. Okay, now let me come to here our setup process. Yeah, now our setup is completed. If you see here, this is the Spring Boot version 4.32, and see there is an icon available. This is the icon here, guys. Now double click. For the first time, it will take a time initializing these tools in your local system. Internally, it will be download some plugins, loading configurations and everything. So it will take some time to open this one. Okay, we'll wait for that time. So today, you guys please try to complete the setup in your local system now with today itself only, guys. Don't skip for tomorrow. If you are already done, that's okay. And
So any
alternate,
documentation for it, like which are the tools we require to install, or that only which you are installing today?
today whatever I given, that is sufficient. Yesterday session I shown you, right, what softwares are required. Have you attended yesterday session?
Yeah, I watched.
Yeah, so in that yesterday session we already explained, right, which softwares are required. To start for next session, this is sufficient. Tomorrow, I mean to say, I will upload all the software videos in our portal. You can watch all the videos at one shot. You can install. Anyway, we will be do next couple of sessions. We'll discuss before going to start our REST API microservices. All software should be there at one place. That is the first step in every student system should be there. So that now later on time we will never spend time on the setup process. So that's why. First two softwares, JDK 17, now STS. These two are mandatory now to start our development. I think it is expecting more time. Okay, now it will take default as C workspace. I'm changing my workspace name. So don't keep C drive, guys. So yours is batch 47. I created a batch. This is your batch code. I'm creating one workspace here, 47 underscore workspace. Okay, and select the folder. So even when your system is formatted or anything went wrong, na, still your data will be available in the D drive. Click on launch. Okay, so this is the dashboard, guys. So where you can able to develop our applications. So uh, tomorrow I will explain you how to create a fresh project, Spring Boot project, and we'll discuss about the Spring Boot features like auto configuration, starter dependencies, what is about actuators, okay, and how you can import existing project into this workspace. Okay, you have someone given a project to you. Okay, how you will import in this workspace, how you will run our application, how to identify this project is a Spring Boot or not. Okay, all the things will start from tomorrow session. So till here, you today I mainly explain why Spring Boot is popular and setup process here, guys. This is a step you should perform in your local system, guys. Is everyone will do today this activity? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we already like I'm already having IntelliJ, so is that okay?
Yes, it's okay. But as part of the next development, it will be a complex for you, IntelliJ. Why? Because you have a community edition or enterprise edition. So
Normal.
then it will not work for you. Why? Because lot of manual work you should do if you are using IntelliJ. Why? Because in the
Okay.
organization we have a community edition. So ultimate edition you will have. It's a licensed product. So all the features you will get auto suggestions and creating the project, all that. But if you are using the free version, you will not get those all the versions here. See, that is the ultimate experience. And if you see, there is an option called download. See, this is for licensed product. For if you want to practice the 30 days version you will have, you can try. After 30 days it will be expired. But right now we are using community edition. Community edition, the disadvantage is you cannot create a project directly in community edition, and you will not get auto suggestions in application.property file. So that's why we shall.
There is one way like from browser we can create a project
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. All the manual things you should do. That's what I'm saying. You
okay,
got the point. If you are
got
good, you can go ahead and that approach. If you are interested like that, you can try this approach. Both are fine. No worries. I will explain you both ways also. Okay.
it.
So who are IntelliJ? This is a community edition, guys. Once you open, click on download, install in your local system. That is a .exe file. Once you install, just in the search bar, just type it as a IntelliJ. See, community edition we have. Just open. By default, it will open a project. This is about IntelliJ IDE, guys. Both approaches I will explain you. No worries on that one. Okay. Now this is for the IntelliJ IDE version here, guys. Okay. Tomorrow I will explain you importing the project in IntelliJ and importing the project into our STS, and then we'll discuss about the Spring Boot features, guys. Okay. Clear? And today's session also will be available in our YouTube. So once it is available, we'll post a link in our YouTube as well. Sorry, in a Telegram group as well. I will inform you. Just to join this group, guys. So and if you go to playlist here, batch 47, you have right here. We will be upload today's session, day one. Today onwards, we'll think like a day one, guys. Yesterday, completely course introduction. I'm not including as a day one here. From today onwards, it's a day one here. Okay, it will be continue the sessions. Okay, chalo again. That's all for today's session, guys. Thank you very much, and we'll attend tomorrow session. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.